Today I received the Shop Tokyo Finds Gouache Paints, and it has 11 colors. Upon receiving, I automatically created a swatch, both in their white watercolor paper and black paper. So the colors that were available were light yellow, scarlet, ultramarine blue, green, deep green, violet, which I find very, very pretty, pink, it's like opera pink, and rose, which is a nice purple color, burnt sienna, the brown color that you see here, black, and white. So I wanted to see how these colors would show up in both white and dark colors. So in the black one, you have to wait for a while before the real color comes out. You have to wait for the gouache to dry. I also mixed the paints with white so that I know how it would mix with the other colors. And then I normally use gouache on wet techniques. That's why I used the white paper and created wet on wet. As we know, this watercolor paper is cellulose, so I put thick paint on wet paper and tried to blend with a hake brush. The paint is very liftable, one of the properties of gouache, and it's a very versatile paint. Since I am working with cellulose, I also tested it with 100% cotton. So this time I used the ultramarine blue and the green color, and I wanted to know how this would blend. So I'm using a hake brush and blending those colors on cotton paper. So I'm testing also for liftability, and yes, it is very liftable both on cellulose and even more liftable on the 100% cotton paper. So as you can see here, everything is liftable, which is a good property of gouache, and also one of the things that you need to be careful of. And then I started layering with the colors. This way gouache is used like an acrylic paint. So since it's an opaque watercolor, the color should come out, and whatever you layer on top, you should be able to see. So I also tested 100% cotton, the liftability of the gouache paints, and yes, they are very liftable and also layered on them. So overall, I like that the colors of this gouache are very brilliant, very bright, and it has all the properties of gouache, and you may use them both in dark and light paper. I hope you get to use the Playcraft's 10% discount code. It's TF PlaycraftsPH over the Shop Tokyo Finds online store. So create what no matter what, and happy painting, everybody.